Red. Red Jaybird, born in August, is the main protagonist of the Angry Birds series. He is a desert cardinal native to Bird Island with a short-tempered and rude personality. Born an orphan on Bird Island, Red was an antisocial person with rarely any contact with anybody else. After Leonard's attacks on the island, however, Red was accepted by the Bird Island Society and had many new friends. He currently lives on Piggy Island with some of his closest friends and takes care of the eggs. Okay. Appearance. Red is a desert cardinal with red feathers that cover most of his body, hence his name. On his head, he has two small red feathers with a circular end, and on his tail, they are two short black feathers with square ends. His belly is peach colored, and he has small crimson spots ordered in a horizontal line across his face. In Wreck the Halls, shot in late 2011, he was slightly modified to have him with a more cartoonish look. This design was not used very often since until the Angry Birds toons in 2013 and has become the most common design since then. Originally, Red has a spherical body without showing any limbs at all. After the release of the Angry Birds movie, received an anthropomorphic pill-shaped body with his head directly connected to his torso without a neck. His crest and tail feathers are also much longer and detailed than before. In addition, his irises were tinted brown. Future releases would occasionally switch between Red's new body and his old one. In Angry Birds Dream Blast, Red was redesigned again to resemble a hatchling. In this game, he is much shorter with a round body and small limbs. Angry Birds Journey uses a similar design for its trailers and promotion artwork, although it was somehow more simplified. In the levels of the said game, he uses his design from Angry Birds toons, though modified to have him with a small beak, large eyes, and brown irises. Personality. Red is a short-tempered person, the angriest of all the birds. He is not above using violence when someone annoys him. He is someone who takes his duties very seriously, not willing at all to leave them aside. However, he also likes to discover new things when he is in a day off. Hey Red, how are ya? Oh, I'm horrible. Early Bird and Red, the Angry Birds movie. During his earliest years, Red was an antisocial person who was rejected by the rest of the people. With an unstable anger, despite him trying to state otherwise, he had always hated being disrespected and made fun of, as he took jokes very seriously. This would result in him getting enraged or sad. As he grew up, he also became someone who could get frustrated by anything, acting rude in front of other people no matter how friendly they were towards him. However, after he stopped Leonard from cooking the eggs from Bird Island, Red became much more outgoing and was approved by the rest of the birds, which allowed him to control his anger issues much more than before. Nevertheless, even after these incidents, it was sure that Red could still get angry at anything, sometimes cursing himself for his actions, and showing an open hatred for ridiculous holidays. He himself has admitted that he still suffered from anger issues from time to time. However, he is not ungrateful and appreciates the effort others make for him. Since he moved to Piggy Island, Rez has been very fond of the 3 eggs he some time ago found there, as he believes they will be very important for his species' survival. He takes good care of them and is not willing to leave them alone. Once he was showing spectacle entire seasons only looking after him. Whenever he is left alone with them, he softly strokes them and tells them bedtime stories, being one of the rare moments where he shows a soft side. Similarly, he spends hours in the morning cleaning and polishing his properties, especially the slingshot, and constantly checking that its band is perfectly elastic. However, he can lose his temper whenever something such as an insect or a leaf touches either the eggs or the slingshots. He also returns to his usual serious self when others come in. Ever since the first time he met them, Red has a mutual dislike for the pigs, being spectacle about them during their stay on Bird Island. After he and his friends moved to Piggy Island, his hatred for them was just aggravated. As a result of all the times they tried to steal the eggs, Red has become even more determined to keep the latter safe, which has bordered him on schizophrenia when he is not near them. A notable example of this was shown when, while he was having a forced vacation, Red started to have hallucinations where he saw all surrounding objects as eggs. A similar case was when he saw everything round as pigs, though this was due to his rage after he defeated a group of them. This also made him very paranoid, interpreting small things as a declaration of war, such as imitating the sound of the wind as a battle cry of the pigs. Despite his friends' best attempts of his making him forget about them for a while, he never managed to take them out of his mind. He is even enraged by the smallest sight of green due to this. Huh? Me? Lonely? Never. Red, Angry Bird Comics, 2016. When serious and hostile, Red likes being with other people and appreciates their company. He is afraid of losing his friends and being ignored by others, just like in his childhood and adolescence. Though he keeps this fact a secret to everyone, it has been confirmed that Red never managed to get rid of this trauma. A notable example of this when was Jack asked him if he feared something. When Red said that he was not scared of anything, he had some flashbacks of him being left alone by others. Another example was this when his friends were preparing a surprise party for his birthday. Unaware of this, Red thought that his friends had died during an incident or they had abandoned him. However, when he realized that they were completely fine, he was so happy to see them that he shedded a tear. Despite him sometimes treating his friends badly, Red respects and trusts them, and is not above leaving aside their duties to visit them, such as we wanted to go to Rio de Janeiro to visit Blue and Visual. Game appearances. Main article: Red history and appearances. Red has appeared in almost every mainline Angry Bird game as the main protagonist, not including Angry Bird Stella. Powers and abilities. Despite not having undergone any notable training, Red is a very skilled and powerful fighting, having been able to break through Pig City on his own many times with no wounds or scratches. His strength is one of his most notable abilities, though some of the time he cannot break stone blocks. Red is strong enough to pick and launch pigs with ease, and he has even been capable of breaking through many different and a metal wall within a few seconds with no additional equipment. In addition, his speed has let him run through entire mountains and onto water with no problems. Red has demonstrated to have a great durability and resistance against attacks. He has been able to survive massive explosions and falls from high heights, even withstood atmospheric entry once. Strength and speed aside, Red is able to hide all his aims to turn himself into a ball, though this ability has only been used once. Transformations. Super Red. By passing through an excitation wormhole of some kind, Red can transform into Super Red. In this case, Red has some different body features, the most notable of which is his black eyes and white glasses, which he can use to track and analyze enemies. However, most of his abilities remain the same. This transformation first appeared in Angry Birds Space. Mighty Feathers. By using a few of the Mighty Eagle's feathers, Red can have a so far unnamed transformation. He looked the same as his normal counterpart, except now he's surrounded by a few white and red feathers. In this state, Red can head himself towards any location he wants to. However, he can only use this ability once before losing the feathers. This transformation only appeared in the original Angry Birds and this Chinese version. Telebird. Though unknown means, Red can transform into the Telebird. In this state, he now wears a magnetite yellow helmet on his head. As the Telebird, Red can now teleport himself and surrounding objects to any place he wants to, just like Skywarp, allowing him to pass through solid objects. However, he can only use this ability once. This transformation only appeared in the international version of Angry Birds Seasons, Homing Bird. By unknown means, Red can transform into the Homing Bird, where he wears a grey radar on his head. In this state, Red automatically heads himself towards any pig that is near him. However, he can only use this ability once. This transformation only appeared in Angry Birds Seasons and its Chinese versions. The hummingbird from the international version of the Angry Birds Seasons. Pig. When Chef Pig made a potion to transform the birds into the pigs so that they bring the eggs to them, Red was used as the test subject and it was a success as he gave the eggs to the chef pig and was about to cook them. However, this potion was temporary and he was returning back to a bird. Chef Pig tried to make a new potion to make him pig again, but Red blew the gas to him, which transformed into a snail, tree, toy train, flower hybrid. When he was transformed into a pig, he appeared to look like a minion pig, but with Red's signature eyebrows. Weaknesses. While not having any physical weaknesses, it is confirmed that Red is allergic to pollen. In addition, he can be scared quite easily by a scarecrow and is unable to do anything whenever he finds one. He can also be distracted whenever he is trying to aim the slingshot, being scared about almost any sound, including his own farts. Haha. Relationship. Chuck. Red's best friend is Chuck. The two of them met when they assisted Matilda's anger management classes. While Red was intentionally annoyed by the yellow bird's quick-paced personality, which often made him feel uncomfortable, they quickly became friends. Though Red can still be annoyed by Chuck's arrogant personality, he acts as a parental figure towards him and respects and trusts him. In addition, when Chuck was seemingly crushed by the slingshot, Red regretted his friend's loss, only to immediately afterwards found that he was indeed alive and perfectly fine, confusing him. Bomb. Another of Red's friends is Bomb. The two of them first met when they were forced to attend Matilda's anger management classes. When they did not get along very well at first, they quickly became friends as they investigated about Leonard and the pigs hostage on the Bird Island. Red acts as a parental figure to Bomb and respects and trusts him, though he can be annoyed by his stupidity. Like at that time in the Angry Birds 2, he was saying to give their taste of their own whatever, and then he was annoyed. Anyways, Blue Jay, Blue Jake, and Blue Jim. Red is good friends with Blue Jay, Blue Jake, and Blue Jim. Before the Blues were born, Red saved the egg containing them from the claws of Leonard and his minions. Despite the brothers' irresponsibility and disobedience, Red still tolerates them and acts as a parental figure towards them. Also, whenever the Tiprils save the eggs from the pigs, Les likes spending a while playing with them as a reward. Silver. So I'm curious, why didn't we just team up with Chuck? He's definitely faster than me. No, he's too late. Why not Bomb then? You know, he's heavier than me. Just know, you're perfect. Oh, that's funny. I thought we were incompatible. Red and Silver, the Angry Birds movie. Silver is another of Red's friend. He was introduced to him by Chuck, though they have had a rather tense relationship and he was not too fond of her know-it-all behavior. As time passed, however, they started to get along. Currently, they are good friends and have a mutual respect towards each other. King Pig. It is shown that Red hated King's smooth cheeks more than he hated Leonard, which is why unknown how the two first met. Perhaps the earliest incident involving both of the monarch and the bird was when the former decided to steal the bird's eggs to eat them. Despite having defeated countless times, King Pig has never given up, and this, as well as surviving his encounters with the angry birds, has made him a constant threat to the eggs and a thorn to Red's side. That was all. This video was too big.